This demonstration, we're going to look at configuring settings with admin templates and group policies. So what we're going to do at this point here, we're just going to come to our Tools and Server Manager. And what we're going to launch up here is we're going to launch up our group policy management. First thing we're going to do here is we're just going to filter some admin template policy settings. So all we're going to do is we're just going to go to our group policy objects under our Active Directory domain. And I'm going to create a new group policy. And we're just going to call this one GPO1. Now that we've created the group policy, let's just edit the group policy. And what we want to do here is we just want to set some user settings. So what we're going to do here under user config, we're going to go to policies and we're going to go to our admin templates. And we'll expand this up a little bit. And what we want to do is we want to alter screensaver. So all we'll do here is we'll just right click on admin templates, and what we'll do is we're just going to come down and we're just going to modify the filter. So into filter options, we'll enable our keyword filters, and what we want to do here is we just want to use screensaver, and we want an exact match on that. And then what we'll do is we'll select OK. As you can see, it shows me everything that relates to screensaver. So let's just clear that filter. So we'll right click this point here, and all we'll do is we'll go back to our filter options. We'll just clear this enabled keyword filters. And then just all we're going to do here is just on our configured little drop down here, what we want to have a look at is we just want to have a look at everything that has been configured and select OK. And it comes back and it just gives me information about anything that's been enabled. Now remember, this is a blank group policy, I've just created it. There's not going to be anything enabled. So now let's just get rid of the filter completely. So all we'll do here, back to admin templates, turn off the filter, and as you can see, everything comes back again. Next thing we'll do is we'll add some comments to a policy setting. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to come to control panel, we're going to go to personalization, we're just going to double click enable screensaver, and what we can see here is we can see we have a comment section. So let's just enter a comment. And what we're going to say here is this is the corporate IT policy implemented with this policy in combination with password protect for the screensaver. Now we've done that, we'll just select OK. And then what we'll do here is we'll just go for our password protect the screensaver, and we'll also enter a comment for this policy as well. And we're going to have that is corporate IT security policy implemented with this policy in combination with enable screensaver, and we'll select OK at this point. So now what we've done is we've just added some comments and we've entered those comments against a couple of the policy settings. What we can also do as well is we can enter comments against the entire group policy, and to do that all we'll do is we'll just right click on the policy itself, go to properties, and we have our comment tab. So let's enter a comment. And we'll just enter this as a datum corporate standard policies. Settings are scoped against all users and computers in this domain. Person responsible for this is Brian O'Connor on extension 21. Now we've done that, we'll select OK. And we now have some comments against not only our group policy, but also some of the policy settings. Now what we'll do here is we'll just create a new group policy by copying an existing group policy. So if we have already a corporate standard in place, why not use that and then just modify it? So what we're going to do here is we're just going to come out of the group policy management editor. What we're going to do is we're just going to right click GPO1, and then what we're going to do at this point here is we're going to select copy. Then we'll right click, and what we'll do is we'll do a paste. So just make sure we've definitely got the copy again. Try this again, and then we'll try the paste. I'm happy with using the default permission, so we'll select OK, and we'll select OK again. And what we now have is we now have a copy. So what we're going to do with this one here is we'll just right click on it because that's not really a meaningful name. We'll rename it and we'll just call it GPO2. Another way we can get settings out of group policy is we can actually back up group policies as well. So what we'll do here is we'll go for GPO1. We right click, what we can do here is we can click backup. And what we can do here is we can now specify our location and also stick in a description as well. I'm just going to stick that in C:// and we'll just select backup, and that's now going to go away and back up the group policy. And what we're then going to do is we're going to use those settings, create a new group policy, and import those settings from the backup. So we'll select OK at this point here. we'll just create a new group policy. And what we're going to do here is we're going to call this a datum import. And then with the group policy, we just want to import some settings. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to right click. What we're going to do is we're going to import settings. And we're going to import the settings from a backup. So we'll select next. I'm not going to bother backing up before we do an import. We're going to go to // where we've done the backup. And then we're going to import the settings from this group policy backup. And then select next. And then select finish. And select OK. And what we've now done is we created a new group policy and imported some settings from a backup. That's the end of this demonstration. Thanks for